All right, let's talk about how to use MyMathLab. So when I log into MyMathLab, it will look something like this. I'll see all the assignments that are open, and I can click on them and I can work through them however I want to. I can pick any question to start with. I don't know. Let's pick this one. Okay. So it says determine whether the relation is a function. Give the domain and range of the relation. Okay. So let's see. This one is not a function. Okay. So here, like that, it's multiple choice. I just have to select yes or no. And once I select my answer, there'll be some kind of button to check that answer over here. Okay. All right. And then the domain. Now, in cases like this, I'll have to use like the right format. Okay. And there will usually be some information about what that format needs to be. So the domain is the set of all the x coordinates or first coordinates. So I see 3, 3, 8, 8. Those are my x coordinates. And that's what the domain is. So you could say like 3 and 8 or something like that. And I guess like that would be an understandable answer. But that's not the format that the answer is supposed to be in. Okay? It says use a comma to separate answers as needed. So it doesn't want me to put 3 and 8. It wants me to put 3 comma 8. Alright? Alright, and then I check it. It tells me that I'm right. And then same thing with the range. It says use a comma to separate answers as needed. Okay. So that's like one type of question. There are other, like if we skip around, different questions have different formats for their answers. Let me see. Okay, so use the graph to find g of -4. So that's the y coordinate when I have an x coordinate of -4. And I go look at this graph and it looks like the y coordinate is 3. See that point? -4 for x, and that takes me up here to this point. That has y to be right there between 2 and 4. So that will be 3. Okay. Now it wouldn't be right, or it would be like too much unnecessary information if I put y equals 3 or something like that. I mean, that is true. The y coordinate is 3, but look at how weird that reads. G of -4 equals y equals 3. Like all we need to do is just put 3. It says g of -4 equals 3. We don't need all the other stuff, even if it seems like it makes sense. Okay. And then let's do one more. So for this one, say this is one where we might work it out on another sheet of paper, okay? And anyway, so say we work it out and we come to some final answer, and that final answer is 1, then, you know, I just need to put the answer, and it's like, here's my box. Either there isn't an answer, that's what this means. The solution set is the empty set, okay? The solution set is the collection of all numbers that are the answer or solution to the equation. But if I solve this one, I'll get only one answer, and it will be 1. I just have to put it right here and then check the answer, okay? All right. And if I missed it, you know, even though I can redo this question, if I miss it several times, I can do a similar question, you see? And then I could work it again if I wanted to. But also, if you might be unsure about what the answer would look like or how to put it in, then, you know, we could go through this, okay? Now, one mistake that people sometimes make is putting in like whatever they think the answer is. Suppose you think the answer is 1 again. Then if we put in 1, some people are inclined to say x equals 1. And that might be true. Like we're trying to solve for x. And maybe we're inclined to say x equals 1 is the answer. But that's unnecessary information. it's assumed that you're solving for x. Like x is the only unknown that's there. I mean, you wouldn't need to signify that you found out what x was because that's the only thing you could be looking for. So we just put the number. There's no need to put x equals, all right? So for whatever the answer happens to be, there's no, I don't think 1 is the answer to this one, okay? But, you know, if it was, then I would just put 1. I would not put x equals 1, and so on. So anyway, those are the basics. Like different questions might have slightly different formats for the answers. But if you have trouble with it, if it's just not accepting your answer, I can look at it and I promise you I can figure out why.